Hi guys, today we have a guest again, Andre from Germany.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, I want to ask him today how his experience was in Japan, how was the working way, and how he found his job. So you were in Japan.
Yes, correct.
When was it?
Yes, it was several years ago. It was in 2014. So back then I decided to have a working holiday. I was in my last year, so to speak, allowing me to have this working holiday. So I was 30 back then. Well, getting visa stuff and all this was very easy, no problem so far. Whenever it's related to working holiday, you don't really have to worry about application procedures.
You applied the visa once you arrived in Japan, or in
No,
Germany?
you have to apply for it in Germany. You have to go to the embassy, which was in Berlin, and well, this wasn't really a big piece of work. So
Okay, after you got the visa, then you don't have to do any official
no.
things in Japan.
Once you have the approval in Germany, you just bring those documents with you to Japan, and when you enter Japan, then the immigration officer, I guess it's called immigration officer, just double checks everything, and you get your stamp and your Seirio card, and then you can enter the country.
Okay, it's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, very easy.
And you had already apartment where you sleep?
Yes, I was very lucky. I had a friend,
Yeah.
and so from the friend there was an apartment which was free. So I was really lucky. So I didn't really have to care about organization of my own apartment.
That is very lucky.
Yes, I was really
Because
lucky.
usually it's very difficult to find apartment.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. If you have money, it's different, but it's easy.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So for you, the apartment was no problem. And how did you find your job?
You just go to the authorities, the local authorities. In Germany, we say the Arbeitsamt. I don't know what's called in English. Job agency.
Job agency.
Probably job agency in English. And then just get inside and pick a number, and then you get a staff from the office, and they will ask you several questions. For example, what is your language ability in Japanese?
Okay.
What is your level?
Yeah.
And what you are looking for, and also important is what is your visa status.
Okay. And you spoke Japanese there?
Yes, yes, I spoke some Japanese.
Okay, okay.
And the lady in front of me, she just entered some keywords in her computer, and she gave me some proposals. What about this job and what about this job? Please contact them, fill out the form, application form, and yes, good luck.
What kind of job were you suggested by her? Do you remember?
Well, there have been several jobs. I don't remember all of them. Of course, I remember the jobs who turned out to be okay for me.
Okay.
Well, what I clearly remember is one izakaya job. So jobbing in a typical Japanese bar. This is what I remember, but I didn't end working there. So
I think good decision.
well, it's. I was eager to experience to work in the izakaya because I know it's hard, but I never worked there.
So what job have you chosen at the end?
Yes. I had 3 jobs back then. And one job was working in a small travel agency,
Okay.
helping out a little bit. Another job was at after school. How do you say in English? After school.
Juku.
In Japanese they call it chuku, and in English they call it
After school help to study.
help to study, and as long as the kids are not at home, we take care of the kids.
I see.
And my job there was to take care of the kids and to a little bit teach about English, which of course was not my mother tongue, but it was kind of sufficient. And the most interesting job was working at a consulting office.
Okay.
And this was also that was what I really did the most time of the week. Yeah.
So you applied for this job
Yes.
first. Okay.
Yeah, for
And
all
you-
those 3 jobs and
all of
yeah.
them.
So I did it. Let's say on Monday I was in the travel agency. On Tuesday and Thursday I was at the kindergarten
Okay.
stuff, and the rest I worked at the consulting office. So it
So
was a mix.
mix. So you had 3 jobs at the same time.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. But you had a weekend.
Of course, yes. I had a weekend. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This was totally fine. I just worked from Monday to Friday. I managed to somehow have an 8 hours working day.
Yeah.
So this was yes it worked pretty good.
I think it's very good idea. You can gather so many different experiences,
Yeah.
work experiences.
Yes.
Actually, you could also choose an izakaya as well. So 4 jobs at the same
Yes,
time.
yes, yes.
That's theoretically possible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Why not? No? Because yeah.
Well, but I was working. I was at the edge of my. How do I say it best? At the edge of my capabilities, because it's a lot of stress to always move between the working places, and so it was okay having those 3 jobs and not having 4 or 5. So
Okay.
you also have to watch about a certain limit.
I see. Which job was the most difficult job for you?
Yes, the most difficult job was working with the
Kinder.
with the kids
The kids,
in
yeah.
kindergarten, because
Yeah.
the kids are really tough and they are not afraid of foreigners or Japanese. They really treat you equally, and the problem is, of course, I can understand what they are saying, but it's difficult for me to reply quickly when they
Understand.
try to say some harsh words to me. So,
Wait, how old were they, the children?
yes, they are. They were first grade, second grade in school. So what is it, 8 or 9 years old?
Let's say 7, 8, yeah.
Let's say 7 to 9, 7 to 8
I see. Okay.
years old.
Mm.
And of course, you have to take care that the place where they are sitting and learning is clean, and you have to say them to this. But if you only have limited capability in speaking, then it's difficult
Yeah.
to instruct the kids, and they find your weakness, and then you got a problem.
Oh. Did the children try to have fun with you?
Yes, this was a good point. They haven't been scared that I'm a foreigner or something. They from the first moment on they accepted me, and we played together. And this was
Okay.
quite a fun,
Okay.
a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, children. For me, I also had the experience to work at school in
Yeah,
Germany,
yeah.
and the children were really cute.
Mm.
But for teacher, it was like one child more. It means
Okay, okay.
and the
Yeah.
teacher said no internship anymore.
Okay.
But I wanted
So
to.
they kicked you out.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Yeah. And how was the job with consulting?
This was really good because it was the closest to what I understand as a Japanese company, or what I could imagine about a Japanese company.
Okay.
So this was really good experience. Of course, we had a boss, and the boss told everybody what to do, and we have some supervisors which are called the bucho, and we had the so to say the normal stuff, and they almost did all the work, and this was really good experience. For example, the boss and the supervisors are have been pretty old,
Yeah.
and the normal staff pretty young, and they had to do all the job.
Okay.
And the Pucho was reading newspapers, so
Really?
this was interesting to see how things work there.
Uh-huh. So Bucho didn't do much things, but just giving the hey do
Just
this.
giving the advices.
I
You
see.
do this and you do that, and I
What's-
read my newspaper.
Was he liked by the colleagues?
Well, I don't know. Nobody told me I don't like him or I like him, so I only can guess. It was a little bit hard for them, and probably they felt a little bit unsatisfied that they have to do all the work, but still have the quite low salary.
Okay.
And on the other way, there was the old guys doing not really work, doing not really contribute to the daily work, but have a high
Yeah. High position.
salary.
Salary.
Yeah. So this, my feeling is probably this was a problem in their mind,
I
but
see.
nobody told me.
Okay. Yeah. I remember also my first experience work in Japan. My manager, suppose, used to watch porno.
Oh, during work.
During work, but not video, but pictures.
Yeah.
And not me, but my colleague, who was also a woman.
Yeah.
Not also. Because, she found where he watching, looking
Okay.
at
Wow.
the pictures and
Oh.
yeah. So Japanese managers sometimes very useless, but doing such unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, this probably this is Japanese culture. So
I don't think.
I don't know,
What,
it's, well-
looking at porno during the
of course this
it's
is
not
weird. This is really weird. But I can't be sure if from the butcher who was holding the newspaper what pictures really have been inside. So.
yeah.
Well, just this was just my experience. So,
Yeah.
but after all, they very much welcomed me, and they tried their best to not to comfort me, but to help me whenever I have problems. But they also have been strict to me in cases I made some mistakes.
Okay.
So. In general, it was a really good experience.
You don't have to say, but could you tell me about the payment of the companies? I mean, for kindergarten, also for the consulting company and the others.
I don't really remember, but I guess in average it was something like 1,000 yen. Per hour?
1,000 yen per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And altogether, for 1 month, I was able to earn something like 25,000 yen.
25,000 yen. Okay, it's
Yeah.
like 2,000 euro or 2,000,
Yeah.
2020,
It's,
200.
yeah, it's not too much, but it's totally sufficient to manage your daily life
Yeah,
with
it's-
rent and internet fee and food and izakaya. It's okay.
I can imagine that's okay, but not much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. People can do it for during working holiday to gather experiences and so on.
Yes, I would recommend really to, if you have the time, then try this working holiday, because it's also easy to get a job when having a working holiday visa.
Yeah.
And yeah, what probably the really toughest thing for me was the commuting by train in the early morning hours, when everybody wants to go to their jobs.
Okay.
This was the most stressful thing.
Yeah.
Not the work itself, it
Yeah.
was okay, but getting into the full trains and standing there for 45 minutes, this was really tough.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how you have to like do your hands up?
Yes, if you have to somehow avoid to fall over when the train stops or when the train accelerates, so you somehow have to hold.
Yeah, I mean, but many Japanese men try not to hold, but just hands up, in order to how can I say, to avoid the misunderstanding of
Yes, I know this issue. Yeah.
touching women. You know.
Yes, I have been told better put your hands up in the
Yeah.
train. To always show the people, oh, my hands are up there, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So yes, but well, I didn't have any intention, so I just used the holders to hold.
Yeah.
Not to turn over, fell over.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's tough. Yeah. Okay. And last question to you: the experience in Japan, did it help to search for a job in Germany when you're back here?
Well, not really. I mean,
Not
it's,
really,
it's it's always good to have this experience, and it's good for your resume when applying to a job. But I think it's not that important. Well, it also depends if you want to get into a special market or a special company or a special niche, then sometimes it's of help to have job experience in Japan, but in my case it wasn't really important.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you want to apply for a Japanese company, yes, it will help.
Yes,
Or,
I think so.
yeah. Or if you want to have, if you want to save to Asian countries. Or
Then
Japan,
of course, yes,
yeah.
it's always okay.
Otherwise, yeah, okay, it's good experience, but
Yeah.
not directly help to
Yeah.
find a job. Okay.
Yeah.
And would you recommend to the other people to go to Japan to work?
I personally would recommend this. Yeah, it's a really good experience. Not only Japan, but maybe other countries, but especially Japan, because it's completely different to what we know from Europe or North America. So I can really recommend go to Japan and have a nice time there.
Okay, so I also recommend to go to Japan because it's very interesting. Yeah, and it was very interesting story from Andre. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Yeah. So see you next time.
Bye.